Why didn't you leave? That's the number one question people ask victims of domestic violence. Leaving is the most dangerous time when your partner is abusive. I started planning my exit years before I left. My fear of staying became greater than my fear of leaving. I think Maria's fear of staying did too. 34-year-old Maria Roque was a beautiful mother of two. Her beauty showed inside and out. Even though she was living a nightmare, you couldn't tell. She was in a relationship with Kenneth Brown that was toxic and abusive, so she left. Kenneth and his toxic masculinity couldn't allow that. Maria was the mother of Kenneth's daughter. One thing I can never understand is how a deadbeat can hurt or harm in any way the parent who is doing their part and your part too. She had to get an order of protection against him. And sadly, just hours after the court extended the protection order, her children would have to witness something they should have never had to go
And tonight,
through.
a family is angry after their loved one, 34-year-old Maria Roque, was shot and killed outside her Austin home Wednesday morning, right in front of her two children. The family says they know who shot her and why. The question is how a system designed to protect victims of domestic violence failed. Here's CBS 2's Darius Johnson.
Siblings are like best friends.
She was the mom, I would say that.
Especially when they're the oldest.
My brothers and me, she was the one that would be like, why you guys are arguing?
Andreas Roque is now missing his other half, Maria.
I want to cry, I want to throw things, but I can't.
They've been attached since day one, and the days without her.
It's been really hard for everybody, especially I know my brothers. And right now they're suffering a little bit, but we just want justice for her.
And I hope it's very soon. Very soon.
Wednesday morning, Andreas's heart sank when he got a call from his aunt.
She just told me they took her to the hospital. And I said, what's going on? And she was like, she got shot.
Chicago police say just before 6:30, 34-year-old Maria Roque was shot multiple times in front of her Austin home.
Me hearing that my nephew cry and saying I tried to save her.
Her two kids, ages 8 and 14, witnessed their mother take her last breath.
One in the car and one, he heard a shot and see his own mom in the stairs trying to breathe, and she put in CPR, and that's the most horrible.
Her twin and her best friend Madi, both heartbroken, along with those who came to a vigil to honor her just days after her death.
Justice for Maria! May you rest in peace, Angel.
She was a giver.
Yeah.
She wore her heart on her sleeve. You would have never known she was going through the stuff that she was going through, the nightmare that she was living.
The nightmare was a violent relationship. Her family says Maria was scared even after she filed multiple orders of protection. A warrant for her ex-boyfriend's arrest was issued on December 12th after violating that order one day before her death.
She was one to kind of like wipe it off, like it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay.
A new one was granted just hours after she was killed, but it was too late.
A piece of paper is not going to save a life. As you see, Maria's not here. And the paper didn't save her.
Chicago police say it's a domestic-related incident still being investigated. In the meantime, the family is preparing for her funeral later this week.
I know that sometimes victims don't have the financial means to uproot their life and move to another place. But when your life is on the line, it may be the best option. Go no contact with anyone who could provide your abuser information about you. Go get your gun license so you can defend yourself. It's sad to say, but ladies, we live in a world where we have to be our own first responders. To all of Maria's family and friends, I am so sorry for your loss. If what Maria went through, all of her hurt and pain, can stop someone from going through the same thing, then she didn't die in vain.